It is 7 p.m. here on the East Coast, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Today is January 16th, 2017. I'm your host, Alex Hughes, and you are watching a brand new Feuzion News episode. I am joined right now by 104.5 ESPN Radio producer Matt Woods. So, Woods, how are you doing tonight?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. And I know you're a little excited that you're getting on before the host of Levac and Guys. Levac, he's on later this week. So I know you're excited that you're on before him, right?
It actually, it's probably the highlight in my career. Me and Levac have had a thing, who could get on first, and hate to break it to him, but here I am, and I'm excited to hear what he has to say about me on the show later in the week.
Yeah, so Woods, I've been interning there for the past few months. I started back in September, and I absolutely love interning there. I'll be in tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, so I'll be in and I'll be seeing you and Levac all week. So we'll see what happens, right?
Hopefully Levac doesn't bash on me too much for this interview. I know I will hear it though.
So now, Woods, there were a lot of great football games yesterday, probably two of the best NFL playoff games we've seen so far this season. Now, the Cowboys, my prediction for the Super Bowl was, of course, the Cowboys versus the Patriots. I know Gaz had that same prediction on my show a few weeks ago. Now, I'm a little upset. I'm a Patriots fan, I will say that. So I'm a little happy the Cowboys are eliminated, but I had the Cowboys and Patriots in the Super Bowl. What are your thoughts on the Cowboys losing yesterday?
Well, first off, your Patriots-Cowboys Super Bowl, that's like the two most hated rivals, or the two most hated fan bases, I should add. There's no way I would even probably turn the Super Bowl on if that was the case. Being a Giants fan, I probably wouldn't even watch it. But that game yesterday, that Dallas game, that was an instant classic. It doesn't get much better than that. Two 50-yard field goals by Crosby in the last 2 minutes of the game, and one by Dan Bailey. I mean, the only way it could get better if those were touchdowns or we had a Hail Mary or something like that. I mean, that was an instant classic, and it wouldn't surprise me if you turn on the TV to NFL Network or something today and that game is back on. It was that good.
Now, Aaron Rodgers looked outstanding yesterday. Now, do the Patriots fans have to be a little worried about Rodgers, or do they have to be more worried about Roethlisberger to end the hope for the Super Bowl championship this year for the New England Patriots?
That's a good question. Honestly, either one of them you don't really want to see on any given day. But in this case, both teams have winning streaks that are 8 games plus. So the teams in general are scary as it is. When you look at the quarterback, I think Aaron Rodgers right now is the guy who's got the upper hand. I know he's going to Atlanta, and they still have to beat Atlanta. Matt Ryan has been having a great year too, but the way Aaron Rodgers just has his team rolling right now, and I never second guess him when he tells us to relax or anything like that. So I don't second guess Aaron Rodgers anymore. I'm more of a believer in him. But I think both games we're gonna get this coming weekend are gonna be really, really good games. I do see Ben Roethlisberger being the Ben of old. I think he's gonna have a good game against the Patriots. Probably the only two quarterbacks left that I feel have a legitimate chance against that Patriots defense. So either one is going to be trouble for them. But looking at it right now, I think Aaron Rodgers is the scarier of the two.
Okay. Now, earlier a few weeks ago, you had the honor to interview Amanda Nunes. She defeated Ronda Rousey that night, and she had an incredible victory over her. So do you think Ronda will come back to the UFC, or do you think she's going to retire in the next few weeks or months?
After the interview and after it aired on our station, I was on with Levac and Gaz, and right after it, I said that Ronda has to retire at this point. Like she's not capable, not in form at all, and she just tried to fight. She doesn't try to fight her own fight anymore. She tries to fight their opponent's fight, which for Nunes, she's a stand-up type of fighter. She's going to try to hit you as much as she can on her feet and avoid the ground at all possible, even though she does have a decent jiu-jitsu fight there as well. Ronda's that person that wants to get you to the ground immediately and just submit you in some way quicker than in all capability. So I do feel that that Ronda is done, and I never thought I'd say that this soon. I thought she'd be fighting for a lot longer than what it's turning out to be. But I think she's got a whole other career ahead of her anyway when it comes to her movie career. I mean, she's a celebrity now. She's not so much a fighter; she's a celebrity.
Now I have to ask you, what's next for Amanda Nunes, do you think?
I think it's got to be either a fight with Holly Holm or a fight with Chris Cyborg. I think those are the two that, in my mind, I want to see, because I feel like the Cyborg fight. I mean, Amanda Nunes is a little smaller than her, but I think her reach and her ability to just box with Cyborg alone and stay on her feet, I think, would give her a fair shot. In fact, I would actually pick her to win. I would pick her to beat Cyborg. And Holly Holm, I think, is kind of a, kind of the closer version to what she would have faced against Ronda had Ronda maybe fighted her a few years back. So either way, I think if you get one of those two fights, that'll be one that I most certainly would be paying money for. Yeah,
I mean, that's what the UFC needs. They need the big name fights to really attract viewers, right? And to attract money, because pay-per-view buys are a big part of the UFC, right?
The more money that go into that UFC fights, and same with boxing in general, all the money that goes towards it, if it's not already in the contract, normally it is the pay-per-view money. So they will try to sell it. And you saw they sold the Nunes-Rousey fight with the comeback and all that stuff. So if they can sell that and have it end the way it did, I'm pretty sure they could sell a fight that would probably actually be a better product for viewers.
Now, do you think Amanda Nunes is a Conor McGregor of the women's division in the UFC?
I wouldn't put her there yet. She has an ability that not many people we've seen in the UFC have. Her ability to fight standing up, in my mind, it's the best as far as the women's UFC fighters goes. I would even consider her, if any woman in the division were to fight a man, I think she'd be the one. I think she'd actually probably win, depending on the weight and all that stuff. There's a lot of varying obstacles, but she should kick anyone's butt. I feel like she's the epitome of what UFC fans want to see in the ring or in the octagon every night. So she will be the thing, I think, for a while. She will be the UFC go-getter as far as viewers are. She will draw attention. So I hope she continues this for as long as Ronda continued hers and built the sport up, and hopefully Nunes can do the same thing, because UFC needs it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll switch gears now, Woods, and talk about your career. And like I said at the beginning of the show, you are a producer at 104.5 ESPN Radio. So, Woods, how did you exactly get into this career of communications and especially producing at 104.5?
Well, I went to the College of St. Rose, got my degree there. I interned here. Funny story, I actually got my internship through one of my friends that actually had a job here. We were out at a bar one night, and numbers get passed around when you've had quite a few. So it was. She gave me this guy's number, and I called this guy up, and it happened to be Armin Williams, and he's the guy that really got my career in radio going. So I thank him. I thank Jeff Levac for pretty much putting me in the right spot and right scenario to not only further my career choice, but I never thought I'd be in radio. I went in, I wanted to be a writer, and they've been able to transform my view and radio, because I never thought it would be possible. So I got my intern for a few semesters, and coming right out of graduation, Armin was like, "Hey, come sign these papers. We want to hire you." And Levac said the same exact thing, like, "We want you on the team." So, I mean, I can't thank those guys enough for what they've done for me, and I hope Levac's not listening.
Well, what's it like?
I don't want to give him more credit than he hears already. So.
Yeah. So you said to be on the team, and it's 104.5 the team. So, what exactly do you do on a day-to-day basis at the studio?
Well, producing the show, it requires a lot of getting a lot of things in line for the guys that for when they go live, they don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. So I basically I get everything that the show needs. Like everything behind the scenes is all conducted by me, and in some form or manner, guys and Levac also helped me out too. And we got you and a bunch of the other guys, interns, and also closer Mariano too. So it's a group effort, but we get commercials down, we get commercials, promos, you name it, interviews. We have to do interviews. We have to cut audio and stuff like that, YouTube videos. We get them up and running, and just try to make the best product we can for the listeners. So it really is like our name is 104.5 the team, and we really are a team when we go to work. So I'm happy to work with the guys, and as long as we continue this stuff, and I'm excited. We got the Super Bowl coming up, so that'll be a big week for us. But which having the Levac guys here, so that should be a fun time. But we just try to basically make everything work and provide the listeners with the best product that we can.
It's also Mariano's birthday today, so a special shout out to him and happy birthday. And Woods, before we wrap up the sports Fusion News interview, I want to ask you, where do you see yourself from 1 year from now?
You know what? I honestly thought you would ask this question, and I don't know what my answer would have been until I actually spit it out. So honestly, I don't know. I want to follow in the footsteps of my predecessors, basically Jeff Levac and Armin Williams. I don't want to, it's weird. I don't want them to kind of hear this. It's kind of funny that I'm actually saying it, but I want to follow in their footsteps. They've paved a path for me to grow in radio, and Armin and Levac gave me this opportunity, and I'm gonna do it the way they've done it this whole time, and so hopefully, I want to end up at ESPN someday, at the mothership in Bristol. Will I end up there? Who knows? Basically, whoever's willing to pay at this point. I'm just kidding. No, I just want to follow in their footsteps and hopefully, make them proud at the end of the deal.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Woods, I'll see you tomorrow, and I want to say thank you for coming on my show tonight, and I want to say thank you for coming on before Levac comes on my show. So it's a big accomplishment for both of us here tonight, right?
Absolutely. I hope Levac says as many nice things about me as I did for him. He did not pay me for that, by the way. So, Levac, I hope there's a few drinks left, in the office. I know where your fridge is too, so just let Levac know that.
Okay, Woods, thanks again for coming on my show tonight.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem, anytime. Okay, Fuse Nation, thank you for watching this Fusion News episode. We dropped the sports out of the Fusion. New name, same show that you love to watch. Fuse Nation, I'm back here tomorrow. 3 more shows tomorrow. Levac will most likely be on Wednesday. Another show for you Thursday. And then Friday's the off day. Fuse Nation, thanks for watching this sports Fusion News show, not sports. It's going to be hard. Said that for 3.5 years. Fusion News fans, be sure to like the video, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you, Martin Luther King, for saying everything you did and making America the place and country that is today. Thank you. Be kind to one another.